Well, it's LB Ninja back again. I have filmed this video about, or this intro, I guess. I have not filmed the video about 3 or 4 times now, and I just decided let's scrap it and start from the beginning. So today I've got a different style video. In fact, I'm going to be starting a series. Yes, this is the first episode in a new series that I am calling The Learning Curve. This, I have not seen it done, and I am very excited about it. What's gonna happen is I'm playing a completely brand new playstyle to me, and I'm gonna learn it live, and y'all are gonna follow along. And I feel like there can be a lot of stuff that you guys can learn from this style video, and that I can learn from making this style video. Um, Mainly that you guys can see how I learn and take away from mistakes and how I learn a new play style. And hopefully that it's kind of weird to think that you can learn something about learning, but that's what I hope to achieve. So what we're going to be learning today together, including myself, is the Kyrian Resto Druid. I've heard a lot about it. People really like it that play it. And I've just never been excited by it, but I decided, hey, let's learn it together. And I also received this idea from one of you guys. They reached out on Discord, which you can too. I'll put the Discord down in the description, and you can tell me whatever you want. But this is from X11 on Discord, so thanks a ton, X11. This was a great idea. Let's learn Kyrian Druid together. So I just read the abilities for the first time, literally ever. Except for maybe like when I was leveling, I was just like, why would I ever use this ability? I put them on the bar, on my bar for the first time, and this is the first time I'm ever going to cast Kindred Spirits. I accidentally cast it on myself a second ago, but yeah, we're going to learn what this ability does together. All I know is that I bond with someone, and the legendary gives us both a benefit based on their covenant. Okay, everyone's ready. Do we need to No, we're just going to put the key in. We're going to be lazy. Alright, let's go. Where is the... Okay. So I added it to my weak aura. I put the thing where the covenant, the Night Fae ability used to be. Convoke the spirits. This is my first time ever trying it. So we're going to bond with this guy, I think. We're going to bond with the monk. Did that work? Bonded with... Yes, it did. Okay, so we are bonded with the monk. And we're going to empower us both. Okay, so we get versatility from him because I spoke with him before the key. And he is Necro. He's a necrotic. Okay, he just did 66k DPS. That's okay. That's okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, already it seems a little dumb. I like to see him do more damage, but I am not... Okay, we gotta dodge stuff, though. So one thing that I wanted to do with this video is I wanted to get a group of people together that would not, feel like a carry or make the key easy. So I actually hunted down some people with some pretty low IOs, and I'm already kind of feeling it. I'm having to heal more than I'd like to. They're standing in the cone at the frontal. But I got... The tank has 2050 IO, which is good. I'll just say it's pretty good. That's about... I think that's probably what I even have on the druid, so... So he knows what's up. But the rest of the group is around 1500, 1600. We're going to empower our friend. He doesn't... I've played Windwalker. He doesn't have any cooldowns up. Already, we're doing 2.5k, which is that's fine. It's not amazing. It's definitely not like Kyrian Resto Shaman levels, but at least our friend the Windwalker is doing a lot more damage. Okay, we're gonna... we couldn't get there in time. Okay, but this is just a 15. It's my key, so if it goes to shit, that's okay. I never really care about my key. So far it's been fine. I haven't really missed Convoke. Convoke's a great ability, but Oh yeah, and we're Kyrian. We get Braun. He might actually mess us up here. Does he go invisible? He does. Okay. Our friend the Windwalker Monk is about to pop off. I can already smell it. I can already smell it. Okay, I just empowered us, so we both have verse. I probably should have applied my hots first. Okay, that's first thing is before we empower our friend, we need to apply our. I'm sorry, we need to apply our dots first, so that they take a little harder. And our friend just did not do that much damage. Did he even? He didn't even zwin there. So we're gonna boost our team into this next pool. It is cool though, like I think we just get the buff. Every 1 minute we can buff him. I don't know if we get a, I don't know if, oh, he's saying I click orbs. I should probably be clicking these. But I don't know if we just passively get a buff, or if we only get a buff while we empower each other, or while I empower him. Either way, it is a very cool idea. I'm already impressed with it because that first pull he absolutely slammed it. But it's not better than Resta or Night Fae yet. That was a horrible efflorescence. I'm already just pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, we're gonna buff our friend, let him pop off. Let's watch his damage numbers. He was at 7k DPS when I used it. Okay, we need to. He has already gone to the top of the damage. He's at 9k now. He peaked at 9k. 9.1, okay. Very cool. And so our little buff is over. It only lasts like 8 seconds. People, this is just a 15. We're gonna collect ours, and then we're just gonna apply some hots. We might press flourish. Let's go ahead and do that. I do like how short this cooldown is, but then after saying that, I thought, so is the ability for Night Fae, so it's not short in that sense. It's been a very long time since I've played my Resto Druid. So I'm already just like pressing the wrong buttons, forgetting about buttons. Like I don't even think I've applied Cenarian Ward once. That's okay though. It's just a 15. I did a lower level key so that I can learn. This is gonna be a juicy pack for our friend the monk here. Apply some dots before. We've already learned that. And then let's empower our buddy. And let's click explosive so that they can just keep doing as much damage as they can. I can't click this one. Okay. Okay, our friend the monk did about 30k DPS, which is very nice. That's what I like to see. So, I mean, granted, he is a Necro Windwalker monk. He probably would be doing those numbers regardless. It's probably giving him like a couple thousand DPS extra, which is great, which is very good for one ability. And think about it like this. As a Resto Druid, there's no button that we could press that could give us a couple thousand DPS extra. But there is an ability. Well, I guess there has been for a while. Sorry, I was talking, not even paying attention to my feet. Now there's an ability that we can press that gives someone else that DPS increase. So it's kind of like we're pressing a button to give our group that extra DPS, which is very nice. We're gonna give our friend the buff, get that versatility going. Also, it looks pretty cool. And we're glowing blue. We're bonded with the boy. Maybe I should be cat weaving more. Let's that doesn't really do much. Maybe I should cat weave while I'm empowered, because it does give us a versatility buff as well. Let's go shielding. Let's have a juicy pool here. We're gonna efflorescence at the lamp. Apply a couple of our hots. We're gonna give them a ward before we forget. One thing that I'm excited about this is I'm excited to try this build with going back to like one of my favorite Resto Druid builds in Mythic Plus, which is Verdant Infusion. I think that legendary is so sweet. Every time that we swift mend our tank, the hots extend. So very fun playstyle, and I think it'll be fun with Kyrian. Okay, we're gonna buff our friend and then immediately go into cat stance. I say that as I press the wrong button. Okay, we're in cat. We got all of our stuff applied. Oh, we actually kind of clapped that pool. We did 3.1k DPS. Braun did all the healing for us. That is pretty nice. We need to dispel ourselves. I'm playing like garbage. But that is the point of learning. You will never be good the first time. So for those of you that do not play Resto Druid, which will be almost every one of you because most of you play Mistweaver only, you're probably like, I know Tranquility is the big Druid ability. Why are you not pressing it? The reason is it's kind of like Revival in that it's amazing in Raid, but it's actually not as good. We're gonna buff our friend here. It's actually not as good in Mythic Plus. It's just the reason why Revival and Trank are so good is because they heal the whole raid, but here it heals the whole group for a lot. But I don't know. You kind of have to sit there and channel it, and in a 5-man group, you can get more healing out of just wild growthing. So it's kind of like it's not as exciting. I use it in pinches, and it is a very good ability versus some. Yikes! I just got clapped. It's very useful versus some abilities. The main one being in the other side when the raging guys just sit there and slam the ground. I just sat in that again. It's very useful for abilities like that, or like in Halls of Atonement when the shards sit there and slam the ground as well. It's very good versus those abilities. Like I haven't really needed it here. It's kind of like while I'm pressing that, I can't be pressing damaging abilities. Okay, we're gonna buff me and the boy. And we're going to go in a cat stance. I should have been at range. One trick of versus this guy is as long as there's one person at range, it'll always go to that guy. So if, as the healer, you can stand at range and just let your group do the damage. And they don't have to move, they can just sit there and spam. What would be good with this build? We're getting Verse, but we'll get a bunch of crit. Let's get Haste. Actually, after doing that, the Sanguine build would have been fun. Okay, scary build. Scary pool. Let's apply some hots to be safe. We are just pulling the room, aren't we? We can buff ourselves and now. And now. We're having to kind of run all over the place. Yikes. Okay, we'll remove that curse. Sorry, I'm not talking much now. It's kind of gonna turn my screen about. Oh god. Oh, I could not get Swiftman off fast enough. That's a yikes. That's the first death. Honestly, though, Sanguine's pretty unforgiving. So, for a group this low IO, like on average, first death this far in's pretty good, I'd say. Especially with me as the healer who has not played Resto Druid, and literal months. I have not played this spec in months. So I'm proud of how it's going so far. Okay, let's try to make a play this pool. So we are pulling all the way back here. My monk does not know what's up, so let's hope he does not die so that we can get our empowerment off. Supply our dots. Okay, everything's applied, and we're gonna buff now, and we're gonna just press our damaging abilities. See, we still don't do a lot of damage, but our friend did. It's hard to tell how much more he did, but we do know that he did do more. That's as good as we can tell. This is kind of what I was worried about the ability, is it's not, you know, quote, sexy, I guess you could say. It's just, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't in itself do damage, you know, like, it kind of just does a passive, and passives aren't the sexiest abilities. That's what I was worried. I was worried it wouldn't be fun, and like, yeah, this is. I mean, it's still fun. You know, Resto Druid is fun. But you know, I'm not gonna lie. I love the Knife A ability. Convoke is fun. We sit there and we can pump damage. It's random, which is always, you know, pretty fun. We're gonna buff our friend. Oh, I got hit. That's a yikes. I mean, for a monk to be, you know, 10.5k on the DPS and single target, that's not bad. I mean, we take that. I can tell that I'm you know, making a difference. So that's very nice. Okay, buddy, please move out of the group. See, that was a good moment to use Trank with a druid and keys. Okay, our rogue friend is killing us here, but we're good. Okay, we are pulling more. Our rogue friend, dude. What you doing? I feel like rogues should know the percent thresholds even more than most people, because having the rogue is what's allowing the threshold to be so high, I guess, from up here, because we can pull more up here and then skip the hard packs downstairs because we have the rogue, because we can shroud past it. Alright, this is the one bad part about not having a plate, nameplate add-on, is that it's kind of hard to click stuff. Also, I do want to say, like, this monk is a random, so like, you know, I don't know if he's the best monk in the world. I don't know how good he is at all. He's just a random guy that I found, who just happens to be Kyrian, or not Kyrian, Necro, and I wanted a Necro so that I can get the verse, do a little bit more damage. So yeah, I mean, so far he's not doing bad. I just wanted that said so that you guys know that when you're in an organized group, this legendary just gets better, because you can put it on your Windwalker and know when his cooldowns are ready, and you know when your fire mage's burst phase is, and give them more haste, and you know, like, things like that. So it gets much better in an organized group. But that's just, you know, I don't want to take away from it in a non-organized group. I would actually probably say pretty confidently this legendary is probably That's a yikes. Oh, that's a yikes. Actually, this pool's not even bad. We're gonna buff me and the boy. This legendary is probably worse when you're solo queuing. I would probably still go Night Fae while solo queuing because you have full control over the ability, and you know when to do damage, when to do healing, and then when you're playing with your friends, you know, for those of you that have friends, then I would go with the Kyrian build probably. So if you push high keys, it's probably always best to go Kyrian, but yeah. That's probably my takeaway from this. Because like our friend over there is probably pressed, did I get 3? Probably. We'll go bear stance just in case. Okay, so we're gonna buff us. Yikes. Okay, one thing that I love about having Convoke there is that's a great time to use Convoke. While you're moving. And Kindred Spirits, I mean, I guess you could buff your friend, but then you just can't really do much while moving. I should be cat weaving way more. I keep forgetting I went cat. Okay, come on, dude. Let's not sit in the ugly. The big swirlies. We're gonna buff our friend one more time, and oh, I forgot. I have Berserk. That would be very good to pair with this video. Okay, see, this is the whole point of this video, is learning these kinds of things. Berserking is great with the legendary. Because we get haste and burst at the same time, and they just benefit from each other. Because we'll be healing more often. It'll just be a grand old time. I need to remember that. Also, let's not forget, I guess I have, okay, that's, what are we doing? I think we sat in a trap. One thing that I did forget already is, okay, Tank, you can kite if you want. We will be getting a lot more damage from our going Kyrian once we get our renown up, because we'll have that explosion from our final tier of Mechanicos. Okay, we need to skip this. I'm just gonna go and invis. This is why we invis. Why can we not res you guys? Oh boy. Okay, we will just be res these guys. Okay, no harm, no foul. Let's go. We're gonna buff the boy. And then next time we buff, we'll have Berserking. That'll be a nice little pump of damage. That's probably how you get the most damage out. So, okay, we have learned that about the ability. It's going to be good to combo with Berserking. I prefer it on Necro, but I'm sure like a Night Fae would be great to pair. Okay, you're dying. Night Fae will give us haste, which would be very nice. But I like to look at basically every stat except for Mastery. Mastery just gives healing. It gives a ton of healing. But I've kind of gotten to the gear point of, I don't really need extra healing. I kind of just do a lot of healing because of my gear. So I like to look at damage, and crit, haste, and verse all give us damage in some way. So from there, it's how do we get the most out of one of those stats. And I already have high haste and crit. I should have buffed the friend, but that's okay. I already have high haste and crit, so if I have high verse as well, then I'll do the maximum damage I can. So that's why I like to go with a. That's why I went with a necro. Okay, we need to. No, we don't. Okay. I see. I keep forgetting to use it. I'm just gonna use it then. I'm gonna save berserking for the boss, or maybe that pack before the boss. I feel like there's a lot that I haven't said this key, but I know I'm not gonna go like super in depth in Druid because I know a lot of you guys aren't Druids. Hopefully there's a takeaway that you can make. Say you're like a Holy Priest main and you're wanting to try out Disc Priest. Maybe you can see, don't be afraid, just jump right in and start learning. The best way to learn is to try it. And hopefully you guys see different takeaways from this video, like how I realize things. Okay, let's pump the friend up and watch his numbers go. Oh, this rogue. That's okay. I mean, we were all there at some point. At least he's not releasing. No problem. We're timing this so easy, so I'm not even worried. I will say we are pumping. I would give it. You know what? Let's try giving the buff. Well, I guess we've already. Can we only bond once per dungeon? I guess. Let's try it. Okay, so I guess once we're bonded, we just wrath and explosive. Once we're bonded, so okay. Good to know. Okay. I forgot to do it with berserking again. It is berserking, right? Yes. It's fun playing Resto Druid again. I kind of missed it. I'm very excited for it for next year. Okay, we're going to berserking and we're going to... What can we do? Okay, we can... I'm sorry, I just want to think about it and then have a... Oh, that was bad. We can... Okay, let's berserking, buff ourselves, and then Heart of the Wild. Oh, yeah. Let's pump this damage. Yikes. Okay, that was kind of disappointing, but you know what? It was fun. Okay, it was fun to cat weave a bit. Sue me. Okay? Okay. Right as I say that, the rogue died. So I feel like that's karma enough, you know? Let's be-res the friend. Let's not be-res him into a mechanic. How about that? Okay, so overall we did less than 2k, which is about what we would do Night Fade. Like, our damage did not change. It's hard to say how our monk's damage changed. I definitely did not utilize our damaging ability as much as I could have. Oh, we got a decanter. Let's see if anyone wants this. I don't really use this drink. Okay. So we definitely did not utilize our damage as much as we could have, like by comboing, like, you know, Heart of the Wild. I only pressed it literally at the end, because I forgot I had it. So, I mean, there's that, but, I mean, the legendary's sweet, and I could definitely tell that our monk was popping off more than they needed. Our monk wants to say something to us. Okay, we'll just give it to him. Okay. So our monk definitely enjoyed the buff. He said before the key he was excited to get it. So, I mean, people know that the buff is sweet. But personally, I didn't feel it as much buffing our damage. So, all in all, I would say, like, I'm glad to have this legendary, and I'll definitely be playing higher keys with it, like 20s and stuff. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to, you know, learn this play style. I wanted to see what, you know, I wanted to get this video out for X11. Thanks a lot for the video again, or the idea again. But I have plenty of stuff coming. I am not a PTR guy. I think it kind of ruins the game. I think a lot of the YouTubers get burnt out like 3 months into each expansion. It's because they've been playing it for like half a year, you know, like. So I still have not touched 9.2, but I still have been theory crafting a lot with Mistweaver. So stay tuned. There's a lot to come. So many legendary combinations that I'm so excited to get into. And I have another video that I'm going to go ahead and film right now. So that is going to be another Mistweaver video. But hopefully you guys took something away from this. And hopefully you guys try out new specs and new classes, new playstyles. There's a lot to this game that we have not tried yet. Or I guess you have not tried yet. And it'll make this game more fresh and more fun, just having more, you know, more characters to play with or more play styles to try. Because one day you just get tired of the game, and it's nice to have something fresh. So if you learned something, let me know down below. If you're going to try something new, let me know what you're going to try. And I will see you guys in the next one.